Hey, what's going on, Cancers? Butch here. We're back again. Hope you all had a great holidays. Time to get back to work. I am going to do your month of January read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Cancers for January 2023? What's going on for Cancers? All right, Cancers. So the first thing that I see, Cancers, is there is someone, there's a very strong energy around you. Now, this is someone I feel like you never really know where you stand with this person. I feel like this, with this person, it's almost like it's a very stagnant energy, like they're holding back. Like they have some secrets that they're holding from you. They're not telling you everything. Sometimes when things don't really go in a direction that we think it's going to go, it's almost like there's got to be a reason. And that reason is what they're holding back. I don't feel like this person, they find it very hard to open up in general. That's not something you should take personal. I feel like this person looks at a lot of the negatives rather than the positives. Almost overthinking the situation to a point of exhaustion. But there's this very stagnant energy that kind of forms over this connection. I mean, I feel like this is someone that you already know. But there's this stagnant energy, and when I say stagnant, just like with water, it's almost like there's this, with stagnant water, it starts to be this foul smell because it's not flowing. And this is almost like this foul energy you're feeling. Feeling like, I see a lot of second guessing, feeling like you might have made the wrong call here, with the Judgment card in reverse. Feeling like you made a mistake, feeling like you trusted the wrong person. Because like I said, there's this secretive energy with the Seven of Swords, and we have the Eight of Swords as well. It's like they're holding back. Now with this person, I feel like how they really feel about you will really surprise you. I feel like this person only thinks about you. This person cherishes you as much of a friend as a partner. But I feel like with this person, it's almost like they're afraid. They're afraid of the unknown. They're afraid of what they can't control. And I feel like that's what's been holding them back. I mean, what they want, they know what they want. That's clear. And what they want is they want to be with you. But I feel like they don't know how to give you everything. I feel like that's where we're hung up on this. With this situation, I feel like that's where we're hung up. I feel like they haven't made you a real offer, at least a real offer that you can, feel confident in. There's a very pessimistic energy with this person. They're afraid of becoming vulnerable. They're afraid of letting anyone in, especially someone that they care so deeply about. And they do care about you. From what I can see here, I mean, that's not the issue here. The issue is them telling you that, them opening up to you, them allowing you. There's one thing to take things slow, But like I said, this is stagnant. I mean, something doesn't feel right. Something doesn't smell right in the situation. And like I said, I feel like you're taking way too much blame on yourself with that Judgment card in reverse. I feel like that feeling of that defeated energy that you're feeling is not something that is your fault. It's not something that you need to take on. That what's going on here has nothing to do with anything that you can change. This person has to realize that they're in a safe place. They're right where they need to be. That's what they have to realize. They have to accept that. They have to own that. They have to embrace that. And it's what they're not doing. And that's why we're not getting any forward movement with this. But like I said, this is... I mean, they're not walking away from this. First thing you need to know about this person is just the way this is going, it doesn't mean they're walking away. They just are fighting themselves internally to open up. But we can't expect someone to stay. For all you cross watchers that this relates to, you can't expect somebody to stay just because you want them to. I mean, the holding back and the secretive energy is hurting your person. You may have your doubts, but there's nothing in this world that doesn't have some doubt. But if you're going to penalize yourself for it and penalize the person that you love, can you really say that you love them? And I feel like, I do feel like this person, I feel like they get it. I feel like what you're waiting to hear is coming. I do feel like this person is facing, facing it head on. I mean, we have the Moon card. They know what they want. And like I said, I feel like it is coming to the surface. Looking in that mirror and realizing what you have to lose. And I feel like that's going to cause this person to finally stop. It's almost like they're walking around, considering your relationship a pool, and they're just walking around, and once in a while they stick their toes in, but they haven't taken that leap of faith. They haven't given you a reason to think otherwise. I feel like along with that stagnant energy, I mean, it's almost like there's there is that feeling of defeat that you feel, that there's that anxiety that you feel, and it's because, you feel like you're being played, but that's not what's happening here. I see this person facing those demons, that shadow side, and I feel like that release is coming. This person is finally going to release themselves from the burden that they hold on to. And that's one of the worst things about some people. Some people hold in everything they feel. And they expect others around them just to know it. Just to know how they feel. It doesn't work that way. But I do see that release coming. I do see a lot of big changes coming with that. And I do feel like you are getting to a place where you're right where you need to be. I don't feel like you really had a whole lot of doubt in that, but I feel like there's moments when you feel like this person is either drifting you away or they're playing games with you. If you want me, tell me you want me. And I feel like with this person, that's a big step. But that step is what's going to be, what I see coming. I see that Fool card, the leap of faith. The beginning of that tarot. The beginning of the adventure. I do see a lot of emotional fulfillment. I see a lot of nurturing energy. It's all coming in. I feel like you've been, this is what you wanted. This is all you ever really wanted. It was that person to just make you feel special, to make you feel safe. And the way they've been making you feel is neither. I do see you finding balance in this situation, and I do see an end to that anxiety. I see this person opening up to you. And when they open up to you, I do feel like, they are going to be very honest about what they want. And like I said, I feel like it's going to surprise you of how much this person truly does care about you. People say actions speak louder than words. Sometimes no action speaks louder than words. And I feel like that's what's been going on. They've been letting, that energy take over your relationship. Well, like I said, with that star card, I do feel like this person is going to step up, and I do see this person, finally making you feel like you're right where you should be, making you feel like you're not wasting time, finding balance in the situation, finally moving forward. And I do feel like not only that, but I feel like I said, with that world card, is feeling like right where you belong. This person is going to put in the work for you. And I feel like that's all you ever really wanted from this person, is to let you know that they care. And with that King of Wands, I feel like once this person, takes that leap of faith and opens up to you, I feel like it's going to be such a release, and they're going to feel better about it, and it's going to make them want to do it more. That feeling that you get when you're being honest, when you could finally be honest with someone, right to your core, honest with someone, that feeling can be euphoric. But I do see them putting in a lot of work, and I do see them, reaching out and letting you know that they don't want you to go anywhere. And sometimes it takes a lot of pushing to get to that point, but like I said before, that emotional fulfillment, I do feel like this person is finally recognizing what they have in front of them. And with that, I do feel like this person is going to make you a serious offer. And it's about damn time. I see a lot of happiness. We have the Ten of Cups, that family card. And then we have, the Sun card as well. That family card, it's what you've been waiting for. Like I said, I feel like it will shock you how much this person truly cares about you, because the way they acted wasn't telling you that. But they always knew what they wanted. They just didn't know how to tell you what they wanted. With this person, we have Sagittarius, we have Leo. We have some Aries as well. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We also have some Capricorn too with that Devil card. Sometimes the hardest thing to do, and this may sound strange, but the hardest thing to do is to be honest with the person that you truly care the most about. It's very easy to be honest with people you don't give a shit about. In most cases, some people it's the opposite, but it's very hard to put yourself out there. It's a very vulnerable situation, and especially when it's someone that hasn't ever really felt that way about anyone. It's new territory. It doesn't give it an excuse. I'm not giving anybody an excuse. If you care about someone, you should tell them. You should never, and especially if it's hurting them. And I feel like they were hurting you. They were making you doubt what you thought was real. All because they were too afraid to tell you. Tomorrow is never promised. Don't ever let the person that you care the most about, don't ever leave them out of how you feel. You may never get the chance to say it if you don't. And you don't want that on your conscience. There's so many people out there, that they just didn't do what every bone in their body was telling them to do. And it's funny how people fight that, but there is people out there. I had a good friend and, a good buddy of mine, and he was with this girl, and she ended up leaving him because she didn't feel like he was ever going to commit. You know, they just had a very casual relationship, and she got to the point where she just didn't want anymore. And even in that moment when she told him, either commit or leave me alone, and he still didn't do it. And that was quite a few years ago, and he still regrets it. He let it go. Now she's moved on. She got a family of her own, and he keeps saying, "I'll never find anybody like her." You did find someone like her, and you let her go. Never let the people you care the most about, guess. Tell them. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.